Hey everybody, welcome back to Burn the Barn Down podcast. This is podcast number 6, right?
6.
Number 6, man, I'm excited.
I know we kind of took like a week off, right?
Yeah.
A couple weeks?
A couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We kind of been doing them every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just, we've been busy and a lot of things going on, but...
I got sick, man.
Oh yeah, you were sick
Remember
too?
that? It was pretty bad. I'm just going over my cough, so if I sound kind of funny, should be
We're
alright.
here, just to chit-chat.
Yeah. We're having another conversation today.
We're not experts, but...
There's a lot happening in the world. I mean, we're kind of, it's kind of a nice, I know it's not a nice time. It's kind of cool because it's interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Historical stuff happening.
Yeah, and then you have a lot that we could talk about,
Yeah, exactly.
Very controversial.
And of course, that's what we like to do. So
he's controversial, not me. That's
anyway, we have a lot of fun talking. We have a lot of fun doing these podcasts,
yes.
And that's we're just gonna keep doing them just because until we get tired of it. We like it.
We like it. I hope you guys like it too. It's just an opinion.
Yeah,
we take whatever you want to take.
The way I see it, we're just a couple average guys talking.
Talking. Yeah.
They just like talking. Hopefully, it sounds like talking to your neighbors and stuff like that. Because we don't know. We're not experts on anything.
No.
But we have a lot of opinions on everything. And that's just how it goes, right? That's how it is.
But it's been an interesting month.
It has. It's been really cool. We got some interesting stuff going in the house. You've got some interesting stuff going in the Middle East.
That's true.
And that's the two big things that's really happening right now. So what do you think about this whole Palestinian conflict with Israel?
It's very tough to take sides, because as a Christian,
mm-hmm.
The Bible says that we are to support Israel because Israel are the chosen people of God.
So you think that's why Americans in general support Israel?
Most likely, yes.
That's what I'm thinking too. Outside looking in, because I don't know a whole lot about it. You hear about it forever since you've been a kid. It's conflict and all that.
Yeah, but you also heard that. You've always heard in the past that U.S. is with Israel.
Always, yes.
Always,
mm-hmm. And then you say something against Israel, you're anti-Semite.
But it's a very interesting time, because as Christian believers too, it's hard for me to pick a side, even though I'm supposed to support Israel.
Yeah.
But right now, you got people on both sides being, killed.
Right.
So what do you think?
Well, I mean, Christian's big in the church, so he's
not big, but
no, yeah, you are. Yeah, you're. I mean, you go to church, you
participate. Yeah.
You participate. Anyway, yeah, he is. Don't let him be modest. He does good things. But so what does the church think about it? Do they talk? I know I've been in several places where preachers will hint at it and they'll say stuff about it, but I mean, do they have a real stance about it?
It's as a human being, and you analyze things, it does seem like it's unfair to what Israel is doing to the Palestinians.
Yeah.
And I'm using the perspective of a regular person that doesn't go to church.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Which that's how everybody should be, because not everybody goes to church.
There is as Christian believers, every soul is important.
Right.
There's no better, especially I don't want to go real deep into it, but in God's eyes, we're all the same.
Right.
We all have souls. We're brought to this world the same way.
Right. And we're all going to go out too. So
it's tough to take a side. But when you start reading the Bible, you kind of tend to support Israel.
Yeah.
Because of what we've been taught.
Right.
Abraham was given a promise. As many as I'm just going to give you a brief of what I know.
Okay. Cool.
God promised Abraham, that He was going to bless him and bless his generations.
Mm-hmm.
And Abraham was an old man, and he didn't kind of believe God because he was an old man. His wife Sarah was old too, so they didn't think they were the ones with the promise. So Sarah let their slave Hagar, if I'm not mistaken, sleep with Abraham, and they had a son called Ishmael. And they thought that was the promise.
Mm-hmm.
That was the promise in the start, but that wasn't God's promise. The promise was going to be, the God promise was for Sarah to give birth.
Oh,
and she did. And she gave Isaac. If I'm not mistaken, Isaac, yes.
Mm-hmm.
and the promise was for Isaac. And so, from many thousands of years, that's been the fight. We are the chosen ones. No, we are the chosen ones because
Yeah, I gotcha. It's all biblical prophecies, right?
And like I was telling you earlier, they're actually like related because they're like half brothers.
Who's related?
Because the Palestinians and the Israelis.
Okay, yeah.
Because remember,
we were talking about it earlier, but
both religions, like Muslims and Jewish, they choose Abraham as their father of faith.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, because both Ishmael and Isaac are born from Abraham.
Right. Okay.
But the promise, as Christians, we know that the promise was for Isaac, and then the Arabs or Palestinians, they say that they're the promised ones.
Okay.
So that's why they've been fighting for that.
They've been fighting over that same piece of land for generations, thousands and thousands of years. So to me, looking at it outside, looking in, just coming new to it.
And I might be wrong, if I
fact checking.
Fact checking.
We say that a lot because we don't claim to know everything. I just said earlier we're not experts on anything, but it's just stuff that we talk about, stuff that what we've heard.
But like I said, it's also kind of when they tell us to support Israel, I kind of question myself, who's Israel?
Right.
Because there was 12 tribes. I don't know if you heard of the 12 tribes of Israel.
I have heard of that. Yeah.
And those tribes were spread all over the world.
Okay.
There was Jewish people in Iraq and Iran, in Africa.
Wow.
And then in many parts of the world.
Right. Yeah.
So when they say we support Israel, are we supporting I kind of question that, Yeah. And I know where it's coming. We have to support Israel because of the promise, but the promise it's been spread all over the world,
Right. Yeah. To me, if you look at it just by historical context, because that's how I look at things historically, and I think it was 1948 when I think it was England decided that the Palestinian country was going to be given over. It's called the Zionist movement.
Zionist movement. Yep.
And in 1948, that's when the people started saying, "Hey, well, we're going to give this to the people of Israel, make it, the Jewish people,
I
to give it to
the United Nations. They voted. I initially heard it. Fact check if I'm wrong. That they had plans to give them a part in Africa. I don't know if it was Uganda.
Oh, I did hear something about
that. That was the original plan.
When I was looking at it, I heard something about
that. And I guess after that, it didn't work out, so they ended up giving Israel
to the Palestinians.
So that's when Israel was created as a country, right? It's been Israel because of the Bible and history,
right?
But Israel as a country in modern day.
So basically, what it was if y'all fact check us again. This is so hard for us to understand, but that the British decided to colonize it, and they decided to put it in the hands of the Israelis, right? They saw the Jews. They said, "Hey, come this way. We got your homeland over here." And I don't know if you've seen those TikTok maps.
Yes.
There's a map on TikTok where it says 1948. This was the shape of Palestinian.
Yes.
Palestine, and it's all green, and this was Palestinian land. Then over time, it shows it's less and less and less where all of the Israelis came in. They started taking over. It's less and less and less. Now there's like the Gaza Strip.
Yes.
And a little bit further up north, I don't know what they call that section up there, but like there's two little places.
I think there was more territory. It's called the Golden Heights. Golden Hills or Heights.
Yeah.
I guess Trump, when he was in president, he decided to give that, declare that part, that it was part of Israel.
Okay.
So it took more land from them.
Yeah. So Trump, what's he got to say?
But yeah,
you can't. It's like somebody else telling you what you're going to do with your property. But my point is, to me, it's I hear a lot about racial cleansing.
Yes.
Ethnic cleansing or whatever you want to call it, and you see a lot of these images, videos of Jewish people spitting on the Palestinians as they walk by. Have you seen those?
Or Christians. They spit on Christian people.
Okay.
Because they don't believe like us, they don't believe that Jesus Christ was a Messiah.
They don't believe he came. They're still waiting for the Messiah.
Waiting for the Messiah.
Yeah, I know that part.
So,
but the thing is though, you can't. To me, it's. Dave Chappelle got in trouble for this.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you what Dave Chappelle said, so I won't say I said it. No, it wasn't Dave Chappelle. Anyway, the point is that the people of Israel want all of those Palestinians out of there. And they've got him in an open air prison. They call it the Gaza Strip,
Yes.
because they control who comes in, who comes out, how much water's in there, how much water's, what kind of electricity that power grid and all that.
I heard someone else say it kind of reminds them of what the Europeans did to the Native Americans.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now that's exactly a good example of what they did, because they come in, they start pushing you around, pushing you out,
putting you in reservations, right?
Mm-hmm. Same thing what the British was trying to do with India. Do you remember that? Same thing. They're trying to keep them all. The closest thing I heard to it was called apartheid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's to me that. I mean, I know you're supposed to support Israel, and I know what Hamas did was, the bombing they did. Hamas did that bombing in Israel. I think it was the 7th, right? October 7th.
Yes.
And that was horrible, and that should never happen. I want to say that up front. And that's how they responded. I think that was the wrong way to do it.
I was actually, because people were talking about a peace treaty. I don't know if you heard of that. They had a peace treaty going on.
We talked about that at some point.
Even the other Arab countries were agreeing to it. Egypt.
Yeah.
And a lot of these countries, and except for maybe Iran.
Well, they don't agree with anything.
And, maybe Yemen, if I might be wrong.
Okay.
But it's kind of, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but don't you think, like I said, everybody says that Iran supports Hamas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with weapons and all that.
It could be that Hamas, Iran, did kind of said, let's bomb them so we can destroy these peace treaty.
Yeah, break up the peace treaty.
That was already going on,
Yeah, to me, I'm not a conspiracy nut. I do like a good conspiracy, but I don't just subscribe to them. I just find them interesting, But see, that doesn't make sense though.
There's other interests we don't understand,
Yeah.
And then but it's a sad situation, the kids.
Yeah. To me, there's only one way to do it. Outside looking in, it's got to be a 2-state option. You have to have 2 states. You split it.
Yeah, you have to split it.
Even just split it. I mean, however you want to do it, whatever that looks like anymore. You can't do 50-50 anymore because.
But I think that with time, there is going to be a peace treaty between both of them.
I don't know how.
Because it's prophecy.
Okay. I bet there has to be. You can't go on like that
until. There has to be peace in the world. The Bible says there has to be peace.
Right now, the only peace will be if the Palestinians are wiped off the earth, wiped off the face of the earth. That's what it looks like. That's what Israel's wanting now.
Yeah, because maybe Israel is also tired of being, attacked for years, But I'm also thinking like if like I said, I don't take sides, but I know that because I actually saw a Bible, or somebody mentioned a Bible that from 1500s, and that territory in the Bible said it was called Palestine.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense.
So it was their territory.
It was their land. And there's
their land.
Most people won't dispute that. The ones that really look into history.
And
or even just do a little bit of search on Google.
If someone slowly starts taking your territory, eventually you're gonna have to retaliate.
Yeah, and then I don't want to sound like I'm pointing fingers either, but if you look at all of the Palestinians that died over the years because of that kind of conflict, or just get pushed out and they get starved out.
But see that and like I said, Israel also too. That these Palestinians used to go on the buses and put vest and blow themselves up.
Yeah, it's a mess. But
it's been a mess.
To me, the only way you can do it is either they have to do a 2-state option. What do you think of that?
Yeah, there has to be. It's a tough situation.
Yeah, there's no way that. It seems like the more we talk about it, the more complicated it gets.
Yeah, but then
have you noticed that?
Yeah, and then Russia is a big supporter of Iran, and then China's supporting them too.
Yeah, so that people are nervous about another world war coming around the corner.
And then Joe Biden too. What role is he taking? He went over there, but he didn't look like a strong leader there when he went up there.
I don't know what you mean by a strong leader.
He came out and you can barely understand what he was saying. He didn't really.
I think most of what he said in front of the cameras wasn't what he said in private. I think most of what he went there to do was in private.
And like I said, he sent all those ships and.
Oh yeah, there's one already going in.
But are we Can we fight two wars at the same time?
Dude, of course we can. This is America.
Ukraine.
Nobody else spends as much on the military as we do. You know that, right?
No, I understand, but like I said, there's more. I've always told you, there's more things going on here.
Yeah.
You know, then we're sending. I guess more. They've sent a lot of money.
I think they haven't yet.
Yeah.
No, I mean they've always sending money. We're sending them. I think we've sent Israel like $200 billion
Yes.
in the last 10 years or something like that. So they're getting money already. So whenever Joe Biden goes over there and talks, he doesn't have to say much.
You know, like,
all you gotta do is say, "Hey, don't start a ground offensive."
People that said that when Trump was in power, you didn't have any of that going on. I've heard a lot of.
That's not true.
I've heard a lot of people say if Trump was in power, this wouldn't be going on. He would have put a stop to these people right away.
That's not true. What would Trump do? These people have been fighting for generations. Trump's going to stop it right away.
When he was in power, none of this was going on.
No, it was going on. I guarantee it was still going on.
But not at this level.
No, of course. It's just one little episode. Not one little. It's one big episode that happened. But
then you got Russia. I mean, what's Russia's plan though?
Okay, so what did Trump say about Russia? How's he going to stop that one? He said he would just broker a deal between Russia and Ukraine. How are you going to broker a deal if you're the one invading? There's no deal. They've already got their boundaries set.
Yeah. So I get it.
That's all he said that he was going to do was get everybody on the table and nobody would die, but Ukraine would lose half their land or whatever the resources they have.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's not brokering a deal. That's giving into tyranny.
Yeah, that's true.
And what else was Russia going to do? He's already talked about Poland.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got Crimea.
Yep, that's true.
They're going after Ukraine. What else? Somebody's got to stop them somewhere. And these. I know people talk about the Ukraine being corrupt, but do you really think Ukraine is more corrupt than Russia?
I think they are.
They're more corrupt than Russia.
I think No, but I'm saying is.
Putin shoots everybody. It's gonna.
No, I get it. But I
them.
don't know if you heard of that Ukraine, that area, especially Ukraine, is one of the. They've always have a lot of natural resources.
Mm-hmm.
And they always been with problems even before. Remember, was it in the early 90s? Wasn't there like a war out there in Ukraine or? 2000s?
Oh yeah, there was in the 2000s.
They've always had problems.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Middle East.
It's kind of like the Middle East. So.
But my point is, so why would you let Russia come in there and make it worse?
I think it would.
You know what I mean? Because they've got their own land. Everything was cool. The last few years have been great.
Yeah, but as a Russia, would you want Ukraine to join NATO? I think that was all the problem.
No, that's not. You said it yourself. They've got all these resources.
No, I get it, but
that's what they want. They want resources.
But you know that once you join NATO, you
got backing.
It's a whole different battle.
But look what happened to them. And now all of a sudden you have all these other countries joining NATO that weren't, like Switzerland joined NATO.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
I just think NATO's a joke. To me,
it's not a joke, obviously, but it is what it is. I mean, I'd rather have people all in one alliance instead of a whole bunch of different people fighting each other.
The game has changed now. Russia's people underestimate Russia. They say they're nothing, but no, Russia, they got power.
Where is it?
In Ukraine.
They can't even win Ukraine. You get a war against Ukraine.
No, but it doesn't make. You're fighting your own people to a certain degree.
You're not. Listen, don't make a mistake. Ukraine is their own country.
They were part of Russia in the 90s.
Of the USSR, but they're not anymore.
Well, wasn't some part of that was?
They were independent states. They were just like the United States of America, but they disbanded. They dissolved. They did it. You know what I mean? Nobody said, "Hey, Russia, you have to dissolve."
China then? China's not a threat?
China's always going to be a threat. They got 500. That's another.
Yeah.
But to go back to the Ukraine, I think that like Trump was not going to do anything good for the Ukraine. He's in Russia's pocket. Everybody knows it.
And Biden's in Ukraine's pocket.
No, Biden is protecting United States interests. Do you really want Russia to keep on going and getting stronger and stronger? What are we doing with? We're just sending Ukraine a few old, outdated munitions.
I don't care about Ukraine. I just care about America.
Okay, so you need America stronger, right?
You need a stronger America.
Let me ask you this: do you think that we're sending I saw a clip by Mitch McConnell. I'm not a big Mitch McConnell fan.
Yeah.
You know that. But I did see a clip of him. Did you see this clip where he was talking about what we're sending to?
No, I didn't see it.
So what he's saying is what we're sending over there is he said we're bolstering the American economy by sending these outdated munitions to the Ukraine, and then we're going to start building again. You know, building our new stuff again. We're spending $200 billion a year for our military. What are we doing with it? You know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't just keep building and building another time. It's war costs money, you know. America's a war nation.
That's what they say. A lot of people say that America likes to start wars.
The Americans are we're warriors, man. That's what we do.
In order to,
I don't mean that in a good way.
In order to bring up back the economy, Because
Mm-hmm.
once you start, wars.
War means money, man.
Yeah.
And it's always been like that.
Like I said, I don't know. It's just we're living in interesting times.
I just like the fact I don't like it, but you can't ignore the fact that the United States is weakening Russia, and we're not doing anything. We're sending old, outdated equipment to Russia. I say outdated; it's more dated. It's better than what Russia has.
As we're weakening Russia, is China weakening us?
No, we're the United States has no peers, really and truly. They don't. You know how many nuclear warheads the United States have? I just heard this the other day. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's about 4,000.
Oh, I get it, but
You know how many nuclear warheads China just got reached? They reached their highest threshold ever. They got 500.
no, but I heard that's how next for another episode. But Russia, they have supersonic missiles.
Mm-hmm.
That and they have even their defense system, their missile defense system is stronger than the United States.
How can you say that?
No, I know. You have to look at the news.
Yeah, no, but how can you say it? Look what they're. If they had all that, don't you think they would have beaten
The
Ukraine
United
already?
States has the Patriot.
Why can't they beat the Ukraine then? What news are you watching?
No, they're taking over Ukraine. Ukraine's losing the war, Daniel.
No, they're not.
You seen the?
I know they did take. Say they take 10 million, whatever. They're back down to 5. So whatever they had, they can't hold it. They were backing them up.
Well, that's what you need to listen to. I think you listen to too much CNN.
No, I don't. I think who are you listening to? Because they did take a chunk of land, right?
No, but
Russia. Then they started backing them up, backing them up.
Russia's advancing slowly, but they're doing it.
And how long has it been? This 3-day war they were supposed to have.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's tough.
So really, even if Ukraine goes down, they're still fighting the good fight, and they're Russia's using everything that they've got, and they can't beat them like that. And this is Ukraine; it's a little bitty country. How are they a threat to us if they're showing what they got over there in the Ukraine and it's nothing?
Well, I really think that if you put them all together, they are a threat.
Of course.
Russia, China, Iran.
Okay, but still, even if you look at it, you got the United States, you've got Great Britain, you've got all these other countries that'll come to our defense too. It's honestly, just look at NATO. NATO by itself is big enough to handle that.
We couldn't handle. They couldn't beat Afghanistan. The Taliban's back.
Oh, they had them.
You couldn't win.
The problem is nobody wanted to stay there.
I feel like
they won in Iraq.
I feel like no war. The United States hasn't won any of those wars because you can't beat religion. You can't
exactly.
You can't beat
exactly.
Islam.
Those are not conventional wars. That's just
you can't beat these religions. No matter how much you go in there, and you can spend trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
You're not going to win a war because you're fighting the religion, the mindset.
Yeah. All you can do is change the state of things for a minute.
Same thing with Hamas. Going back to Hamas. I don't think you're ever going to defeat Hamas.
So I don't think you would either. So that's what I'm saying. You need a 2-state option. You know what I mean? Because you got something that splits it not in half, but whatever. Split it where people can. This is yours. You do what you want to with it. This is ours. We're gonna do what we want to.
That's why a lot of people say they need Trump, because Trump would have went there already and said here's this for you, that's for you.
They're gonna listen to Trump.
That's a lot of you ask a lot of Americans
because Trump says that. But he's full of shit. There's no. If they can't, you just said it yourself. It's one of those things.
No, but
Israel would never do that.
You haven't heard that argument? That if Trump was in power, he would tell them you got to do this, and that, negotiate.
But if you ask Trumpers or Trump, he'll do everything perfect. He had 4 years, he didn't do it. How's, you know what I mean? And if you look at it, there's no way that
So
just because Trump says something that's going to happen.
So you think Joe Biden could do more though?
He's going to do as good as Trump.
You guys comment. Joe Biden would have done better. I mean, Joe Biden's doing better at work than Trump would have done.
What was Trump going to do?
I'm just asking. Ask the people.
Because you know what they're going to say? Oh, Trump would have stopped this in a heartbeat. He would have whatever. He wouldn't have.
Well, we didn't have any wars with Trump in power.
Yeah, but how many drone strikes did he have? He was killing people left and right.
Yeah, but this is close to being a World War III.
So the United States didn't get into another war. We're still not in war. All we're doing is sending munitions to a country who is at war.
It's still considered war.
Yeah, but we didn't start it. That was going to happen no matter what. The only difference is Trump would have been kissing Russia's ass. And that's a fact. You know that's a truth.
And Biden, Ukraine.
So Ukraine is a democracy. They vote. Russia, whoever goes against Putin dies. So you know what I mean?
Well, I get
it. And so I get it too, because so now, like I said, all we're doing is we're using the Ukraine to dump off a lot of our old stuff, all of our outdated stuff. You think we're going to send them our best stuff?
But you send them money too.
We send them money too.
You know, I kind of think when it comes down to like Trump, you say Trump's good buddies with Putin, but I think what's his name? Biden is a good friend with Zelensky, right? But I think all that love he's showing them is because of the Hunter Biden situation.
Okay, so what about all of the?
They probably got something on Hunter Biden. So then they're like, you know what? If you don't give us money, if you don't send us this and that, we're gonna.
So whose pocket's Mitch McConnell in? Mitch McConnell said Biden's doing exactly what he needs to be doing, and he's a Republican.
If you ask, we're gonna get to that point. If you ask 80% of Republicans, they think McConnell's washed up.
He's old. Is that it?
No, I'm saying this. They don't really care what he says no more.
I don't know if that's true.
What happened a couple weeks ago when they took the House speaking
Kevin McCarthy. Okay, so Kevin McCarthy is in the House, right? Mitch McConnell's a senator. Yes. He doesn't have anything to say about that. No, but
I'm saying that the Republican Party at home, are they as strong as before?
No, they're not. They haven't been for a while.
Because you know how to me I think that's an embarrassment from them taking the House from their own guy.
Yes. So that kind of gets us to the point that the Republican Party is in complete disarray. And the reason you know that, because we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. We're talking about senators. We got two per state. Then we were also talking about the House of Representatives, how those are more of the people's. They represent the people.
Yes.
Like I looked it up because I know we talked about it, so I looked it up. Like the smaller states, like Rhode Island.
Yes.
Some of those little smaller states, they've got one representative. One? Yeah. You know how many California has? 53.
53.
So it goes by population.
Okay.
So the House of Representatives is supposed to be for the people. They're representing all of the people. That's why you get more population. And the senators represent the states.
Yes.
So really, the House of Representatives is supposed to represent the United States. And you know what I mean? That's of the people. That's basically where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
And if you look at the way things are now, the Republican Party, if it's indicative of the United States, they're a mess. They are completely,
because you will never see this happening with the Democrats.
And that's kind of weird because the Democrats are a coalition nation.
I'm not a coalition, but they're a coalition. This is what happened. You see right now, you got Matt Gaetz going after his own people.
Yeah.
I guess he wants to run for a house too.
He'll never get it.
Matt Gaetz.
They're not that dumb. They're not that dumb to vote that guy in.
I think there's not a unity within
There's not, and that's
Republican Party.
That was my point, because if you look at it, there's a lot of independents in the Democratic Party, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of independents. There's a lot of there's a lot of leftists.
Yes.
There's a lot of centrists, that are more leaning in that direction. and that's a coalition. They don't all, but they can all come together. And
but you know what? It's now that I got me thinking. And Nancy Pelosi, she had a lot of power.
Oh yeah, she did.
Because when Ocasio-Cortez wanted to get smart for a while, remember?
Yeah.
She put her on her place.
Yeah.
She wanted to be quiet.
And she did. If you notice, she calmed down quite a bit.
Calmed down, and what they did to Kevin, right? The
McCarthy, yeah, Kevin
McCarthy. That just shows where they're at right now. And you know, I think they should be more united since you got Trump running and then the election's closer than ever.
Yeah, but I think that most people know who Trump is now.
And I was wondering, comment too, do you think the whole entire party is backing up Trump right now?
Not at all. Not at all.
Because I mean, maybe when he was in power, a lot of people were forced to back him up.
Yeah, because
at first a lot of people didn't agree with him.
They hated him. Look at that little weasel. What's his name? The one I don't like. I can't remember his name.
From Carolina?
No.
Lindsey Graham?
Lindsey Graham. That's what, and you knew I was talking about. Lindsey Graham hated him. He said that he's a kook. He's the worst person that you could possibly do. He said, whatever you do, don't elect Trump.
And then Ted Cruz.
Yeah, same thing.
Ted Cruz, remember? They went at it, and then Trump bullied him with his wife.
Make fun of his wife and stuff like that. But next thing you know, they're all kissing his butt.
Marco Rubio too.
Marco Rubio did. He fought a little harder than the rest of them.
But and like I said, they weren't because Trump wasn't your typical politician.
No. I mean, he was definitely a politician, but not
because he was different.
And he was he was.
So he came and he changed the party, right?
He was not a distinguished gentleman. Let's put it that way.
And he changed the party and he came in with a different approach. And the establishment of the Republicans, they weren't used to that.
Yeah, but his style doesn't last.
And eventually they had to jump on the bandwagon.
They had to at the time because, of course, the Trump train was steamrolling everybody.
But now that the election is like maybe next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the Republican Party as united as
they're not. You know what's a perfect example of that? Who did Trump say he wanted to have as Speaker of the House? Jim Jordan.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
A lot of people like Jim Jordan.
He's a piece of shit. I don't like him.
I don't know.
I'll go on record and say I don't like him. He's right behind Matt Gaetz as far as scoundrels go.
Yeah.
But my point is, Trump said he wants Jim Jordan, right?
Yes.
And then they had that meeting, closed door. They kicked him out. So they rejected Jim Jordan like that. They said, we don't want him. And that was Trump endorsed. So that's the Republican Party saying, fuck you, Donald Trump. What do you think?
I mean, it's very interesting because, like I said, what the people, Trump, the people want Trump.
No, a lot of them do. Yeah, a lot of people do.
The Republican, most of the people, they want Trump.
Yeah.
But the people that actually represents them.
Yeah.
Don't want Trump.
They don't want Trump. A lot of people really don't want Trump. Honestly, they just. And you could tell by the last election they didn't want him. The Republicans did.
But like
most of them. Most of the Republicans.
I see the Republican Party not as united as the Democrat.
No, let's talk about it real quick. They had nominated Steve Scalise.
Yes.
He didn't even go to a vote. He said I withdraw because he knew that he wasn't going to have enough.
Yeah.
Then Jim Jordan, and he went through 3 votes. I think the first time he got 20 people vote against him, then it was 22, then it was 25. So, and that was when Trump, Trump put his power behind him.
Remember they wanted to have Trump be the speaker too?
Oh my gosh, that's another thing. But then after Jordan, they had today Emmer.
Okay.
Tom Emmer.
Yeah.
Tom Emmer, I think that's his name. He was one of I think there was only 2 guys in that whole group. There was only 2 guys that actually voted to certify the election. He was one of them.
And the Democrats, if the Democrats were the majority, NASA would be back there again.
No, we got Hakeem Jeffries now.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's Jeffries. Everybody's behind him. He's doing a great job, and he's gotten all the votes. He's gotten more votes than Jim Jordan. He's gotten more votes than all of them.
Yeah. So it's very interesting times.
So,
but yeah, like I said, I don't know where that Republican Party's at right now.
They're in the tank, man. They're in bad shape.
But yet, if you ask them,
and that's nationwide.
They think Trump's gonna win it. I talked to a lot of people. They say Trump's number 1.
But they also still think that the election was stolen.
Yeah.
But my big thing is the Republican Party. They can't lead. They're showing they can't lead. So do not vote for the Republicans, man, because they're showing you that they can't lead.
He says that
I'm saying it. I say it completely, and I can say it honestly, and I can say it with confidence. Look what's happening. They can't even pick one Speaker of the House.
But like, okay, let's be honest. But also the Democrats.
What about them?
Do they really honestly think that Joe Biden could beat Trump?
Yeah, I think they do. They know he can. He's already done it. How do you not say it? And you know what? They're not pushing all of his accomplishments. You wait till election season starts up, and they're going to start actually pushing what he's done. And even all of the Fox News people will say that he's been doing a great job. Your jobs numbers are great.
Gas is over the roof.
Okay, gas is still high, but that's going to happen.
People
that's worldwide.
People can't afford a decent home no more.
Okay, when's the last time people could afford a decent home? 1980s, 70s? I'm serious. Seriously, this is about 1980s.
Yeah, well, maybe in the Midwest and Texas, but California is really expensive.
That's
and
even in Texas, it's expensive. It's not like it used to be.
So. But yeah, I mean, I really thought what's his name, Gavin was going to run against Trump. That would have been the best.
That would have been a good one because Gavin's a fighter. You've seen him on, kind of like a Bernie Sanders. I think give it back to you.
I think I was about to change the thought. Did you hear Bernie Sanders' message on this Palestinian war?
I did hear it.
I mean, that guy for his age,
yep,
he's very strong.
He's strong, dude. He's still strong.
So I mean, is he stronger than Biden?
Dude, I don't know. Biden.
Who would you rather have as president?
Biden
over Bernie Sanders?
Biden. I mean, honestly, I like Bernie. Because
you're a socialist, right?
Democratic socialist. So are you, by the way. You just don't know it. You're a Democratic socialist.
Bernie Sanders is a socialist.
Yeah, he's a Democratic socialist too.
So you rather have Joe Biden over Bernie Sanders?
I think you'd get the same thing done with either one of them. You know what I mean? Biden's actually done a lot better than I expected.
I think you'll get a stronger leader in Bernie.
Dude, what do you got against Joe Biden? He's kicking butt, man. Everything he does turns to gold.
He's mumbling. He's tired.
Dude, he's doing a great job. By any metric you use, he's doing a great job.
You guys comment, if you
and what he's doing bad, let us know. Besides gas prices, because he can't control gas prices. You just don't, he's got the most. He's got the most number of barrels made of any president in history.
And why is it still so expensive?
Because it's not him. We don't set the prices.
We should start drilling, fracking.
He's making the most barrels than anybody in history. What else do you want from him?
Lower gas prices.
Yeah, but he doesn't set the prices. I'll say it 3 or 4 times. It doesn't change anything. He does not set the gas prices.
I've heard from a fellow, many Republicans. If you ask them, they say, just start drilling, and the price will go down.
But they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because we can't refine it. Our refinery capabilities it's lost a lot of barrels.
But it's America.
Yeah.
You were just bragging about America being so great, right?
I was talking about the military.
And we can't have refineries here.
We're building refineries left and right.
And we're still not able to.
But a lot of the ones that, like that big one coming in, you know how much it costs to build a refinery? It takes billions.
You're giving Ukraine 25 billion, 30 billion, 20 billion here and there.
Well, they're building a refinery. One that I know of. I'm sure there's more than that. You guys can you guys oil and gas guys, let us know. But they're building refineries.
Like I said, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's going to be a good election.
Depends on who they send out there.
Trump's going to be there. He's going to be nominated.
Trump's going to jail. He's got people flipping on the Georgia case left and right. Mark Meadows? You remember his chief of staff, Mark Meadows?
Yes.
He agreed with the Jack Smith, and he agreed to testify.
I heard that his lawyer too, right? One of the lawyers said that. You mean Rudy Giuliani, right?
Rudy Giuliani said some stuff, but no, he hasn't done anything.
No, but he said that he lied on the Georgia election.
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, you talking about recently?
Recently.
I know Sidney Powell did.
Sidney Powell too.
That's probably
no. Rudy
did. Okay, I'll have to look on that one.
Yes.
That one got by me, but I know Sidney Powell did.
Yes.
And Cheesebro. or Chesborough, whatever his name is.
And you know what's a good?
He's another one.
I wonder who's gonna run with Trump though. He's gonna be the nominee.
If they let him, I mean, if he's not in jail,
who is he gonna get as a? I don't think he'll go to jail.
I don't know if he'll go to jail or not, but I guarantee he'll sign a plea deal or something where he won't be able to run for office anymore. Okay, you can't do what he did and be caught guilty and then not suffer any consequences, still run for president.
What about Joe Biden with Hunter? I guess if my dad, he was having those meetings and
okay, so what is
his dad as a
so the difference between propaganda and truth is propaganda is just bullshit. It's just blowing smoke. Truth is when there's actually evidence and there's actually things happening, like indictments, 93 indictments, 91 counts to your indictments.
So you're saying that Hunter Biden situation is not true?
I'm saying if they had anything tying it to Joe Biden, they would have already done something about it. Same thing with Hillary Clinton. Trump was in there for 4 years saying lock her up, lock her up.
Like I said, it's with Hillary, she shouldn't have had access to that information, and she was at.
But what did she do illegal? I mean, did she do something illegal?
Well, look at the Benghazi scandal.
That was a Benghazi scandal, but that's gotten over. How many? They had 4 inquiries over that, and they didn't find anything on her. You know what I mean? We're look at Trump. What he's doing. There's a difference between propaganda and actual truth. And it's propaganda when nothing comes of it.
Well, we'll see.
Everything with Trump is truth because he's going to. I'm gonna say he's going to jail, but he's actually being indicted. Actual indictments. And now there's actually being some people being found guilty.
But he doesn't look worried at all. You look at the man, his support.
No, he looks worried. He there for a while, man. He looks.
His support looks like he's stronger than ever.
No, that's not true. Especially if you look at the House of Representatives, there's like 8 people.
I'm talking about the people. There's a lot of people that are still supporting Trump.
Just because you're the loudest doesn't mean you're the most. You know what I mean? Look at the last election. Nobody, and everybody's talking about, these polls that come out. If you look at the polls, there's one number that they tell you is what percentage of the people identified as Republicans. So if 60% of the people that were answering the phone calls were Republicans, of course you're going to be skewed towards the Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, they don't just say, I'm going to call 5,000 Democrats and 5,000 Republicans. They say, I'm going to make 10,000 phone calls, and whoever answers, that's who we talk to. So you can't really trust on polls.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Because that's what happens.
Yeah, because every group has their own polls, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh well, it's gonna be a good time. But like I said, we'll see who's gonna win, you know.
So you think you?
I think Trump's gonna put up a fight.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, he's.
I know, and
he's
Biden,
up there already.
And Biden, I don't know. It's gonna be
Biden. The only thing they have on Biden is he's old. That's it.
But
gas prices are high.
Is he like 82 or something?
I think he's 80.
Don't you think that's too old too?
Let's see. Is he 82? Trump's 78. He's 82.
Don't you think he's too old?
Trump said Trump's not too old. At 78. Have you seen those mashups of him talking and saying he ran against Obama? Saying you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen those? Oh my God, he looks horrible. He looks horrible.
Maybe we need Obama back.
He said he went against Jeb Bush, and Jeb Bush got us into the Middle East instead of George Bush.
What do you think of the theory that a lot of people say that Obama's running country? I don't know if you heard that.
I have heard that. I think Obama said peace a long time ago, man. He ain't about that.
Obama's running the country and that Joe Biden is just.
I'll tell you what. If I'm Joe Biden, I'd have Obama on speed dial. He did a good job, really. He did. He did a good job.
Yeah, everything was different when Obama was in power.
Yeah, you didn't have Trump. And let me. So one of the things that Ronald Reagan said, and everybody on all you Republicans know this, he said, "Thou shalt not speak ill of other Republicans." The 11th commandment. Have you heard that?
No, I never heard.
Okay, that's what he said though. That was the one thing that the Republicans were forever doing. No matter what happens, we got your back.
Yes.
Whatever. But Trump come in there, he starts talking shit about everybody. You know what I mean? He's talking shit about the Republicans. He's talking shit about Democrats. He doesn't care who. He just started talking crap, and it worked. The people at home like, oh shit, I can't believe he said that, and they're acting like it's MMA or something. or WWE if you want to talk about like that.
Maybe because he's more real.
Yeah, maybe he comes across as more real.
You know,
he's not real, dude. This guy.
I've heard actually today I saw Dana White.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says that Trump's one of the most realest person. That when he says something, he keeps his word.
He does.
No, I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I know Dana White. I know he's talked about him before. But the way I look at it is Trump doesn't keep his word.
He's another. He supports Trump, right? Elon Musk.
He
looks like he's.
I think he does. Yeah, I know he's a Republican. I don't know what he says about Trump though. I think whatever he likes, whatever's good for Twitter is anytime Trump says something stupid,
Yeah.
So I'm sure he loves Trump. Trump says something stupid all the time.
It's gonna be good. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, it's a lot of things going on. Hopefully they can get that things situated over there in Gaza.
So the first thing that has to happen is we need to get a speaker. Because you can't give them money, because I know everybody's talking about aid here, aid there, but you can't give anybody money.
So who's running as a speaker? I mean, who's acting as a speaker right now?
McHenry? I don't even know the dude, but somebody named McHenry. I know he's he's big. Everybody likes him, but and they're saying that he's never going to be the speaker, and they're also saying that they don't want. He's just acting, so he can't bring anything to a vote. He's just javeling. He's calling votes. That's all he does is call for votes.
But don't you think that by now we should already have someone?
I think what's going to have to happen is the Democrats and the 10 Republicans are going to have to hook up and do something.
Yep. Yeah. Because right now there's no unity. I mean, even they're all
It's the Democrats are unified. They've got 212 votes every single time for Hakeem Jeffries.
So what's so hard? It's like me and you. You're probably you're a liberal. You're blue and I'm red.
Okay, perfect. We'll just go with that. Okay, I got you.
But if there's a problem going on, can't we just get to level ground? I mean, even grounds and get it work?
Maybe 20 years ago, back in the day. But nowadays, it's they drew a line in the sand. You're either red or you're blue, and that's it. You can't.
Well, what about the people? They don't care about the people. Then.
They don't. Honestly and truly, they don't. They care about big businesses. They care about corporations. They care about getting reelected. My brother came up with a good one. Yeah. I was talking to him, or texting him, I believe, and we were talking about term limits, and he said, I think the House of Representatives shouldn't just be 2 years; they should be 4 years. And I'm thinking, that makes perfect sense, because if you think about it, they have 2 years, so they get in there, they have 1 year maybe to start making a name, right? Yes. Voting on stuff. The next year, they better start fundraising, start campaigning. Yes. So really, what I mean? That's all they're doing.
There's no time to work, huh?
Yeah, if you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, you look at Matt Gaetz, all they're doing is clickbait because they want to put their name out there. So they're basically campaigning every single day they go out there and talk.
Yeah, but they have to get down and to do it for the people.
Forget about if you want stuff done for the people, go Democrat. That's the truth, dude. Look at what's going on. I mean, I can point. That's all I can point to is what's going on with the speakership.
Yeah, because me and you could get it.
We could figure it out. I promise you, we could figure something out. And if you guys seen this podcast, that's only like maybe 1/10 of the shit that we get into. We get into some stuff that seriously, right?
Yeah. No, we have a.
But we can still come together.
We have our friend Jonathan. He gets real loud.
Yeah, he gets upset.
Hey, Jonathan, I hope you watch the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy, you guys will meet him one of these days.
Yeah, we'll have him on.
Yeah.
If he wants to, I mean, yeah, he'd be good.
But it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think that you got to go Democrat, man, and I think that the Republicans are going to have to reach across and get some.
Yeah, like here in California, I don't think we'll ever have a Republican government.
The way things are going now with that party and what they're doing, they're not going to last long. How long do you think the Republican Party is going to last as they are right now?
The way things are looking, I don't know. There might be some switching here and there, but I don't think it's.
I don't think you'll ever get everybody on the same page on that group.
So you're telling me California has you said
53, so that's what I saw.
And Rhode Island has only one?
One, because they go by population. So the House of Representatives is supposed to be a miniature United States, basically.
But see, that's the thing. Before I know, in Congress, there's more Republicans, right? Right now, they have the majority.
And you talking about the House of Representatives?
Yes.
Yeah, the House. Yeah, they do.
So there's more people voting for red across the country.
Just population?
Yes.
On this one, yes. The last term, no. This term, they did they won seats.
So it's gonna be interesting.
So yeah, it's gonna be cool. It'll be pretty cool. We'll see who comes. I'm curious to see how the Republican Party does after this fiasco that they've been doing, because we got the budget right around the corner.
Yeah,
it's only in a few weeks away.
And we got a lot of things that got to be.
You got the budget. You got the issue of Ukraine. You got the issue of Gaza, Palestine, Israel. You got all this coming around, and we still don't even. There's 3. Tommy Tuberville.
Yes.
Remember that guy that was making fun of that fell off the plane?
Yeah.
He was making fun of Joe Biden because he said, well, I'm gonna worry about him coming down the stairs. This sucker takes a tumble and goes down.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Did you see that one?
But I seen that one.
So that guy's got 300 positions not filled in the military.
Yeah, that's
including the head of the Air Force and the head of the Navy.
And we're gonna talk about that in the future. But I heard that Joe Biden wants to start selective service again.
Oh, did he really?
There's a shortage of.
I haven't heard of that. That one.
That's going to be for the next one.
So what happened with the military? All of a sudden, nobody wants to be part of the military.
I know
that anti-LGBT. That's all. And you got Trump saying they're all suckers and losers.
No, then I heard also that maybe that's why Joe Biden is letting a lot of people come, a lot of young people come. You let them come to the country
and put them in service. I don't know. I don't think that's ever going to pass. That's something to look into. I'll look into that one.
You offer them a green card to join the military, they'll do it.
Maybe. But is that legal? I mean, would that even be something that the United States wants on
there's no soldiers.
On their conscience? That's a big deal. Now, you ever watch there's a movie called Starship Troopers. Y'all watch that. Service means citizenship. That's what it was. You should see that one. I haven't seen that one.
But like I said,
that's a futuristic one.
It's just people gotta think if these people are not doing their job, it's time to vote them out.
It's time to vote them out. And if they're too old, it's time to vote them out.
And it's just, if you're gonna vote Republican, vote Republican. If you're gonna Democrat, but choose the right person that's really gonna do it.
Choose the right person. Yeah. Just remember that the Republicans right now can't even pick a speaker. That's the truth. I mean, that's the truth. Any way you want to look at it, you can spin it any way you want to spin it. The fact of the matter is Republicans can't even pick a speaker to run their conference.
So if that's the case, then the Republican people have to, analyze, hey, if you ain't doing your job, you gotta go.
To me, it's an easy one. That's the
still vote Republican if you want to, right?
The Caca Caucus. They call themselves a Freedom Caucus. Those Matt Gaetz and his Hateful Eight is what they call.
You know what? A lot of these guys like Matt Gaetz, I think they've done more harm to the party.
They have. That's Trump.
Marjorie Taylor.
That's Trump. Another Trumper. They do more harm than good, and they think that tearing it up is going to help. Tearing down the government.
Maybe we need Candace Owens to run for.
Sure.
And I like Candace Owens.
Oh my God, I don't like her. I just don't like her.
I think we need some more people like Candace Owens in the Republican Party.
Ben Shapiro too?
Maybe.
Oh my God, no.
Comment. I like Candace Owens. We need people like Candace Owens.
Nah, I don't like her at all. But
why don't you like her?
She's well spoken. Just some of the stuff that she says just makes no sense at all. You know what I mean? It's everything is anti everything. It's not. What are we for? What are they standing for? Well, she's making all kinds of money talking.
She's standing for common sense. And hi, Candace Owens. I don't know if you ever see this podcast. I'm a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
No, I watched it. And I hope I can get to meet you one day.
Oh my gosh.
But it was a good podcast today.
Yeah.
I like it because today was more of just talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talking about what's going on, and like I said, comment. Don't be too mean.
Don't be mean, guys. Come on, be nice.
We're just two guys.
We're having a good time.
And if any of you guys ever want to join us, we should do something like that one of these days.
That's not bad.
Listen to you guys too. whatever they got to say.
Yeah, exactly. Or do like a video thing. We do. You can stitch us. You can stitch us.
And you can stitch us, and then we'll react.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna start doing that.
Yeah,
we keep talking about that. We're gonna start doing that.
But yeah, like I said, I had a good time today.
Yeah, me too. Maybe on the next one we'll just get together and do a little reaction.
Yeah, we should do that.
Like pick a handful.
React to certain videos, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, so you guys make some comments, and we'll do some reaction videos because there's a lot of stuff that people say that I want to give them. I want to give them all because they're asking. They're making good points.
Everybody has. I think everybody has. Like I said, I'm about everybody has one. Everybody's free to give an opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And like I said, hopefully you guys like this podcast and comment.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're still having fun doing it.
Give us thumbs up and.
Yeah, comment to let us know, and we'll make some. We need to start doing that. Really, we talk about it. We'll have to start doing that.
Thanks for listening and
thanks for tuning in. Podcast number 6.
Thanks, and see you guys.
Super excited about it. Yeah, guys, take care.